Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Valentin Dish. The Election Commission of India on Thursday directed the Ministry of Electronics and the Ministry of Information Technology to immediately halt the delivery of the Viksit Bharat messaging over WhatsApp. The Election Commission also sought compliance report on the matter immediately. The poll body said that it received several complaints of messages highlighting the government's initiatives being delivered on the phones of citizens despite the announcement of the general elections and the Model Code of Conduct coming into action. The opposition Congress party had flagged the same and had sought action in this matter. Farmers from Navelim have begun cultivating and reviving their barren fields that were rendered useless due to the debris of the Western Bypass construction work. The fields near the Saipei Lake have been greened this season as young and old from Navelim descended to the fields. They intend to double the area under cultivation, aiming for 2 lakh square meters.
Future generation coming to see how things are happening, and that is something really wonderful. It's a milestone now that we are crossing, that we have not given up, but on the contrary, we are increasing land under cultivation, and we are trying to make Goa greener and more beautiful. And in this, we are honoring the Creator who has given us this land for us, for our needs, and not for our greed. And that's the message of today, that we are cultivating this land. God has blessed this particular place and will continue to bless this place in the days ahead. Don Bosco and Govinda Shetkar are here to give full support to all the farmers, not only in Navelim but across Goa. So you just have to come in contact with us and we will do the needful for them. Area, it was last year, it was 1,16,000 square meters. This year we are going to cross for sure 2 lakhs, but the target is 2.5 lakhs square meters. It will happen because we have started on time.
आमचा फर्स्ट एक्सरसाइज ऑफ दिस सीजन 4 ट्रॅक्टर आले आणि फादर जॉर्ज with us always as always, and he has blessed, he has said prayers that आमकां ह्या वर्साकूय double the success than next year मेळचो. And we hope, we are so glad to see all the farmers who have come here, gathered here today, the inaugural exercise, you can say.
The demarcation of the water sports zone at Karanzale Beach has irked Ramponkars. The Ramponkars have opposed the demarcation of the water sports zone at the Karanzale Beach. They have accused the government of destroying their traditional occupation.
तुमच्यो पहल्योच एक्टिविटीज आमकां बिचार नाका. तुमकां खबर आसतली, हे डायरेक्टर ऑफ फिशरीज डिपार्टमेंटान ही बीच डिक्लेअर करूंक जाय इज अ फिशींग बीच म्हणून. तुमकां तरेतरेचें नुस्तें पडटा. तुमकां खबर आसतली, टन्स ऑफ टन्स फीश मेवता, आनी तुमी वॉटर स्पोर्ट हाडून आमकां डिस्टर्ब करत जाल्यार आमचें हे इतल्या लोकांचें पोट भरूंक जावचें ना, कशें जावचें ना. तर आमी मागता हे दोनूय डिपार्टमेंटाक, तुमी अशें करनाका. आनी तुमी तर अशें तर करीत आमी हिंगा पोट भरूंक पावचे ना. चॅनल ब्लॉक करून दाखयतले तुमकां कशें पळय. ट्युरिजम डायरेक्टराक सांगता आनी डायरेक्टर ऑफ फिशरीक सांगता, आमी ब्लॉक करतले, तुमी कितेंय करा.
सांगता तुका मे बी एनीबडी रियली वी विल स्टॉप. आमी हे न्हू, आमी नीज गोंयकार कितें जाणा मरे, एक काडी न्हू आख्खें रान उजो पेटोवंक शकता. आमी तशें करूंक शकता. वी कॅन डू लॉट. एक गोंयकार तर एक उठोत स्मॉल स्टेट ती तर उठोत न्हू, एक गोंयकार इज व्हेरी पावरफूल. ऑलवेज कीप इन मायंड, गोवन्स आर व्हेरी पावरफूल, स्मॉल स्टेट बट व्हेरी पावरफूल. तुमी जाण आसतलें. सो वी हॅव टू स्टॉप दीस बिकॉज केतोय वील स्टॉप. केतोय कॅन ब्रिंग एनी फोर्स, डजंट मॅटर, बट वी हॅव टू स्टॉप दीस थिंग्स.
Domestic tourists were seen blocking roads and disrupting smooth flow of traffic in the Fontainebleau area on Thursday. Despite exhibiting a warning sign to the do's and the don'ts in the area, the tourists have caused a problem to the local residents. They have urged the government to take stringent action against such violations by the tourists.
Residents of the Fountain House area have once again raised a concerning issue on domestic tourists blocking the roads. They have complained several times to the official authorities, who have turned a blind eye towards this situation. On 30th October 2023, the Corporation of the City of Panjim, CCP, imposed a ban on all commercial shoots in the heritage areas of South Dome and Fountain House in the state's capital. But there are no rules when it comes to domestic tourists. Residents demand an immediate action on such behavior. Naik for Herald TV.
The petition filed before the High Court seeking relief from dust and pollution in the smart city of Panjim serves yet another grim reminder that only the courts are capable of delivering justice to the citizens. In this edition of Street Voices, Herald TV spoke to several people to know their perspective on whether the courts are the only authority that can deliver justice. Listen in.
Yes, I think democracy has taken a massive beating in India. As you can see, in every which form. I mean, in my own personal case, when we had a situation where the coconut tree was dubbed as grass, we had to, I myself, along with my team, approach the High Court for justice on that matter. And this has now been a constant situation. Coconut tree, you name it, electoral bonds, everything is going to the courts. So the fourth estate is possibly the strongest arm of democracy, which is saving democracy in this country. Same thing with Goa. You have a situation where people have been dying on the pits, and not that things have improved. If you go to Ribanda today, I was there yesterday, the pits are open. There's hardly any red light, there's hardly any reflective tape at night. If someone's coming a little fast, the person has gone straight into a pit. And death is staring at us in our faces. So it's an uncaring administration. That's exactly what's happening. People don't care about anyone. People don't care about lives, because I also heard that a few days back that boy who was knocked off the bike and which fell into the Mandovi river, that initially they said he was drunk, he was this, he was that, and he's going to be indicted, and finally they have cleared him and they've released him. So where are we heading? It is a situation where, you know, my love for this country is so huge, my love for Goa is so huge, but I'm also thinking that why not? I think it's time to leave, because where do we get justice? Where do we get quality of life? I mean, I think maybe I'm joking on that, but at my age, it's too late for me to, you know, put on my heart in some other country. But the fact is that this country is slipping very badly, and unless the people, the real rise of justice will be when the people rise, when people use their electoral power to deliver something different, to deliver a verdict. I'm not saying that the ruling party should go. I think in many ways ruling party is doing a great job, but there are certain elements where democracy is thrown into the winds, and we need to get that back. Yeah, so your question is, I think, clearly answered. Maybe a little long of an answer, but yes, the courts seem to be the only recourse left for ordinary people like us.
तर सांगपा म्हळ्यार ह्या सरकारा अंडर कायदे म्हणटा खंयच उरना, सगळे अंदाधंदी कामां. आनीक सरकाराक आनी जे डिपार्टमेंटान अशें दिसता की आमकां जाय तें आमी करतले, तुका जाता तें तूं कर. आनी मागीर त्या टायमार प्रेसाच्या आदारान जावं कोर्टाच्या आदारान आनी लोकांचें एज्युकेशन जावनूच मागीर कितें तरी एक सोल्युशन मेळटा. आमी पळयलें ते प्रमाणे. पूण सरकारांतल्यान जे कायदे ते फॉलो करपा जाय, जे डिपार्टमेंट्सान लेड डावन रुल्स रेग्युलेशन्स कितें आसा ते फॉलो करपा सुवातेर ते सामके उलटाच करता, ऑपोजीट करता सारकें. आनी दे एक्सपेक्ट दॅट पीपल शूड गो एंड फायट ऑन द स्ट्रीट्स. आनी जे पर्यंत कोण मुखार सरना, जे पर्यंत कोण तांकां ओपोज करपा मुखार सरना, त्या पर्यंत तांचो कायदो तो जाला. वेदर इट इज फिट्स विथीन द रूल ऑफ लॉ ऑर नो, तांकां कसलेंच फरक पडना. असलें जावन पडलें आहा. आनी त्या कारणाक लागून फायनली मागीर जेन्ना मॅटर्स कोर्टांतल्या हायकोर्टान बी वयता त्या टायमार हे भाशेन बडी पडटा सरकाराक. पूण तरी सावन तांकां लॉज आसना. फाल्यां आनीक कसले तरी प्रकरण येतले, हे भाशेन आमची चलता सांगता म्हळ्यार हो सरकार.
पण जालें कशें? ही सुरवात जाली, स्मार्ट सिटीचें काम सुरू जालें. लोकांक प्रॉमीस केलें कितें, 3 वर्सां भितर स्मार्ट सिटी रेडी जातली. आज भाव म्हज्या 8 वर्सां जालीं, जाल्यार स्मार्ट सिटीचें काम अजून कंप्लीट जायना. थोड्या भागांनी तर अजून सुरूच जावना. भाटल्यान वचून पळय, त्या रस्त्याची परिस्थिती पळय भाटल्यान. ते सगळो रस्तो तुका सारको असो दिसता की तूं मुनाचेर तुगेले मोटरसायकल आनी कार चलयता कशी दिसता तुका. आतां तो रस्तो तांच्यांनी तसोच कित्याक सोडला, कारण तांकां ते खंय स्मार्ट सिटीच्या अंडर काही कामां आसा, पायपां घालपाची आहा खंय. हांव म्हणटा कोणाक रावल्यात रे तुमी? करून घेयात मरे बाबा, बेगिनात करा. म्हजें म्हणणें कितें खबर आसा, संजीत रॉड्रिगीज हू इज द CEO ऑफ द स्मार्ट सिटी हे प्रोजेक्ट, ताणें समोर येवन सांगपाक जाय अमूक जागेचो अमूक प्रोजेक्ट असलो प्रोजेक्ट तो अमूक कॉन्ट्रॅक्टराक दिल्लो आसा, ताका ऑलरेडी टेंडर रिलीज केलो आसा. ताणें ह्या टायमार ह्या टेन्युअरा भितर ताणें ह्या ड्युरेशना भितर ताणें कंप्लीट करपाक जाय. समजा तो कंप्लीट करना लोकांक घेवनी म्हण तागेलें कॉग्निजन लोकांक थारोवनी मागीर तो कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर कित्याक करिना आनी लोकांकूय धीर येतलो न्ही की बाबा ह्या 3 म्हयन्या भितर हो काम कॉन्ट्रॅक्टरान कंप्लीट करपाक जाय लोकूय त्या पद्दतीन धीर धरता.
Right to health is a fundamental right which is part and parcel of right to life guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. This article is enforceable by the constitutional courts. For the last many months, people have been voicing the concern, Panjim citizens especially, including senior citizens, that mud pollution, dust pollution, vehicular pollution due to conglomeration of vehicles at certain areas due to the constant digging, mud being thrown around, high rise of dust pollution, but the government and the authorities of the smart city have fallen on deaf ears. They are least concerned about our welfare and well-being. The roads are deplorable, the dust pollution is very high, and the last avenue which has in a democracy, the democratic avenue is only the enforceable of constitutional right is the High Court of Bombay and Goa, which has 2 judges who are brought up in the city of Panjim. I am surely they have seen the deplorable condition of roads and enforced the law, so that the authorities with the court order have no other choice but to carry on the works with the care and caution, so that not to cause dust pollution, to use water sprinklers. A construction license is given by a local body with certain conditions. Conditions are that the place which is under construction should be enclosed and there should be no dust and construction material left on the roads.
The Congress party has accused Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government of using the tax department to starve them of finances ahead of the elections starting next month. Congress leader Sonia Gandhi said that they had made a systematic effort to cripple the party financially by freezing its accounts, which have 2.1 billion rupees. The Congress says that this move is unprecedented and undemocratic. The BJP has said that this is an excuse found out of desperation, anticipating defeat in the assembly polls.
There has been an assault on Indian democracy. Our accounts have been frozen since last more than 1 month. Since last around 5 weeks or so, we have been unable to utilize our own funds in the bank. You'll be surprised to know that a case, income tax case pertaining to 2017-18, which is 7 years back, on that basis, income tax has served us notice for 210 crores 25 lakh rupees. That amount of lien was marked against the Congress party in all our accounts. And effectively we are unable to utilize our 285 crore rupees, our own money which is lying in the bank. The most important thing is the timing and the exemptions which all the political parties enjoy. When all political parties enjoy income tax exemption, then why is it being slapped on the Congress party? Never it has happened in the past that the BJP had to pay any kind of penalty, any kind of income tax. Then why is it that the Congress party being singled out? The timing is such that 7 years old case, it seemed that the BJP was waiting for the elections to come, and just 1 month before the elections were to be announced, they froze our accounts. So imagine how can it be a level playing field? We don't have money to give to our candidates. We don't have money to publish our pamphlets. We don't have money to organize our public meetings. We don't have money to book advertisements in the social media or in the newspapers. So how are we going to fight the elections, or how is democracy still alive in the country where the principal opposition party is unable to spend even a single penny in the elections? And it is not only this, the government has not stopped only on this 2017-18 notice. We have been slapped with another notice last week, and it pertains to 1994-95 during Sitaram Kesri when he was the treasurer. So imagine we are being slapped with a notice, income tax notice, 30 years back, pertaining to account 30 years back. And just at the eve of election, so that we are unable, our accounts are crippled and we are unable to use our own money for the elections. So please, This is the time when it is not only fight for the Congress party, our own fight alone, it is, we have to all fight together to save democracy. The Income Tax Act, section 234F, allows maximum penalty of rupees 10,000 for late submission of income tax returns. Maximum penalty of 10,000 rupees. But on the contrary, Congress party has been slapped a penalty of 210 crore rupees against a violation of just 14,40,000 which we deposited in cash and 30 days delay. So the quantum of punishment is totally unmatched with a trivial small kind of mistake, you may say, or small kind of thing which has been done 7 years back, which can easily be condoned.
A high-speed car veered out of control near the old secretariat in Panjim and rammed into a divider, jumping onto the other side of the road. The incident happened on Thursday evening when the car, driven by a lady, lost control, resulting in a collision with a goods carrier rickshaw on the other side of the road.
भेटना वयतालो मालीम
कितें जालें एक्झॅक्ट कितें पळयलें तुमी
अरे वयतालो मरे लेफ्ट रायटाक पावली मरे गाडी पळय मरे थंय
इतली डॅमेज जाला
अरे डॅमेज जाला हांव म्हाज्या चोडपाची गाडी जाय रोखडे गुणयले गाडी झुप करून
ओके
हे पळय म्हाजी गाडी डॅमेज जाला पळय
रिक्षाचेर पळय गाडी हाडून मारून रिक्षा पण डॅमेज जाली कितें सांगता कितें जालें
म्हणटा आपल्याक कितें जालां काय मातशी साडी घेता हांवें म्हणल्यार साडी घेयना का पुलीस केस कर म्हणटा
The traditional Shigmo festivities were celebrated at Barse on Wednesday. In Barse, the annual festival is celebrated with great zest and zeal by the Navelim community. The village of Barse came alive with the beats of the Dol, Tashe and Kasal on the concluding day of the Toniotso Mel, a traditional celebration of Shigmo.
Traditional Shigmo festivities were celebrated at Barsam on Wednesday. In Barsam, the annual festival is celebrated with great zest and zeal by the Navelim community. The village of Barsam came alive with the beats of the Dhol, Tashe and Kasal on the concluding day of the Tanyoko Mel, a traditional celebration of Shigmo. The Shigmo festival coincides with the last month of the Hindu calendar, which begins on Dashmi and at Holi. The celebrations begun 4 days before the Zatra as young boys to elderly men from the Navelim community all are part of the ritual, where they leave their homes in the village and walk through different villages, crossing over water bodies and forests barefooted as they perform from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the front yards of these homes. After 3 days of performing, the villagers are back to Barsam Gokuldem, where they gather at a specially created mand, an open space, and the men dance around in a huge circle.
Our Lady of Fatima boys Baida Chinchini scored a convincing 7-6 win over the Dragon Boys Borda of Margao via the tiebreaker to enter the quarterfinals of the 4th All-Goa Inter-Village Open Football Tournament. Daworli Sports and Cultural Club organized the tournament and the match was played at Daworli Club Ground in Lemati on Wednesday.
The match started on fast pace and Chinchinim scored through the boots of Delman Rebello with a header in 10th minutes, while Aliston Rebello increased the lead for Chinchinim in 20th minutes with powerful shoot. Before half-time, Dragon Boys Borda pulled 1 goal back through Rangel Barreto. Half-time, Chinchinim were leading by 2-1. In second session, Dragon Boys scored 2 quick goals through Stuart in 35th and 39th minutes of the play, and Our Lady of Fatima boys Beda Chinchinim find the equalizer through Sangman Rebello with a volley in the 55th minutes of the play and made way for a penalty shoot to decide winner. In resultant tiebreaker, Our Lady of Fatima boys Beda Chinchinim proved to be better shooters. Inacio for Herald TV.
Navelim veterans defeated football Mogi 3-2 and moved in the quarterfinals of the 20th All-Goa Veteran Football Tournament. The match is organized by the Flame of Unity Sports Club, played at the Maibai ground at Per Selauli on Wednesday.
Navelim opened the score line through Claudio Dias in the 9th minute. Navelim further inflated the lead through Claudio Dias in the 20th minute. 10 minutes later, Kaji Santiago too recorded his name on the score sheet and made it 3-0 for Navelim in the 25th minute by long-range shoot. Football Mogi scored 2 goals in the second half through Elric Gomes and Carmo Lazares in the 46th and 50th minutes respectively. Inacio for Herald TV.
FC Goa defeated Benfica Youth Club 3-1 to register their second win in the GFA's second division match. The highly anticipated match was played at the Rosary Ground in Navelim on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, players from FC Goa and Benfica Youth Club exuded tremendous display of skills in the GFA's second division match. Sean Fernandez from FC Goa netted 2 spectacular goals in the 57th-70th minute, while Francin Furtado netted 1 in the 52nd minute for FC Goa. The only goal for Benfica Vice was scored by Criswell Gonçalves in the 78th minute. At the end of the match, FC Goa took home the winner title with 3 goals. Inacio for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news and alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and X. Take care and goodbye.